All right, who's going to open this thing up? Do you want to be me?
Welcome everybody. This is I'll Tell You What, your millennial analysis podcast.
Chad.
What?
No.
Try it again.
No, that's your
millennial analysis.
No.
Y'all, I'm not a millennial.
Uninformed.
No.
Analytical.
Hey,
podcast.
everybody! Welcome to I'll Tell You What, your weekly dose of uninformed analysis.
Oh, there we
Caitlin
go.
coming in for the save.
Thank you.
Okay.
Caitlin is always ready to help out when needed.
Always to pinch hit.
I just really feel like there's magic happening.
There is. So we are thrilled. We're very excited. This evening we have a very special guest, a very sparkly special guest right now.
She dressed up for the pod.
Full sequence.
Our Podtern, our intern Sarah, is joining us for the first time in person on the pod. So welcome,
Yes.
Sarah.
Thank you. In my
Welcome.
head, I was doing the air horn noise, and then I stopped myself
We
because
can
I
put that
thought,
in. Elliot, you can put that one
You
in.
want me to add that
post?
in?
Yeah.
Cool. You
Okay.
got it.
All right.
I love post. It's so fancy.
Yes.
Yeah, here we are.
Do you have your sign-up sheet for us to sign for your internship at
Yeah.
the
Well,
University of Arkansas?
Y'all, here's the thing. One, you told me you would buy me lunch, and that has not happened.
bought you
It said-
dinner
it said
instead.
you bought us.
You
our
bought us
I've
lunch.
actually been
service.
buying you lunch. Two, I'm really excited to be here. I think this is going to be a really great time. I'm going to drink
it
water
is.
now.
So
Yes.
we're in
I'm gonna drink wine
Little
now.
Rock, Arkansas right now. We got here around midnight last night. We were a little weary. We've been
We were
traveling
welcomed
a
at the
lot.
I think when you say a little weary,
We were very
that is
weary.
a vast
Like,
understatement.
luckily, I upgraded my seat so I could run to the gate to hold it for the rest of us.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chad
you
got off
did.
the plane and sprinted like a
And
dad.
Elliot
I
and
did.
I,
Trying to save his
Elliot and
family.
I,
I
we
walked
sort of-
briskly, but I have long
we
legs,
walked,
so it worked out.
right, Elliot? And then we
This
were
is
far
good.
behind. Elliot and I walked, and as soon as we got to the corner down near the
Shut
gate,
up.
he turned to me and goes, "All right, now look, make it look like you're running." So we ran the last 15 feet around the corner
Oh
as
my
Chad was
God.
standing there at the gate,
fucking knew
arms
it.
wide
Yeah.
open, like holding the door
was
open
he
to the
singing
plane
arms
for
wide
us.
open? Arms wide open.
I'm sitting here. I'm like, do I get
Yeah.
on the plane and make it in time to do everything,
Right.
or do I stay in Atlanta for a night and do all that? And
I know, then we
now the
would've-
truth
we would've
comes
missed
out.
you.
Chad, you saved the day.
Yeah.
I mean, I
You're
also
welcome.
wanted to make sure the flight attendant knew that we were working because she was.
Yeah, she was.
She
Yeah,
was
we-
kind of testy with me.
Yeah, we had to.
You
We
know?
had to put on a little bit of a show for her.
Oh,
Yeah, we did.
What kind of show? Tell me everything.
That was it. We just kind of our legs moved at the same speed, but we swung our arms a
Yeah,
little bit.
like
Oh, that's
the shoulders
good.
moved. I was, the breath.
He was still out of breath.
It was a pained breath.
Yeah.
There was some out of breath tonight, Caitlin. If we're being honest, you were
With
winded.
me?
Yes.
Oh yeah. So
Moving a chair.
we're here to help Sarah with an event that she's running.
That's true.
She had the dream team come in, and I was helping to stage manage, and I had to carry a chair in the middle of the show, halfway across the thing, and I was sort of pained. And Sarah turned to me, she's like, "Are you okay? Is everything okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm just a little out of breath right now for carrying that chair."
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot happening.
Yeah. But so we got here. We landed in Little Rock. We were a little forlorn, a little weary from our
God.
travel. And who greeted us in the baggage claim but Sarah as a surprise with the bullhorn yelling, "Welcome to Little Rock." So
That's right. I like to bring the spirit.
yeah, you did. And then she took us to Taco Bell, the Taco Bell drive-thru
It's
at
a
midnight.
really delicious place to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's sort of the extent of our travels.
That's,
And then we've spent the rest of the time in a hotel.
Yes, we
The
have.
entire-
and
Yeah, it's been that
convention
kind of week.
center.
Con-
Let's-
connected
Yes, that's
convention
true. We did
center.
get to go down an escalator
and
to a different building.
You had some wraps for
we did
lunch.
Yeah. It's been a big day.
Yeah, I mean, I do what I can. I do what I can.
So Sarah, you had something interesting happen this evening.
Yes.
that,
You guys, here's the thing. I've been listening to this podcast
Yeah.
religiously.
yes.
Since the beginning.
Since the beginning.
Early adopter, if
Yeah.
you will.
Early adopter. I have been really hardworking at making sure
Very.
that I give you a lot of facts
Yep.
about lots of things.
You keep
even
us
though
very honest.
Keep us
I
honest.
don't always agree with some of your choices.
That's fair.
You
Um,
and the rest of our listenership, that's for sure.
Well, and I felt bad about that episode because then I was like, maybe I'm not being a nice person and I really want to be a nice person. But
Yeah.
right now I'm going to say something. And it was maybe the best part of my night. And part of me is hoping that there's a lot of people listening to this.
Yeah.
Oh, there definitely will be.
Like maybe.
Is this the story that I'm not excited for?
So-
yeah, it
great.
might be.
First, let's start
Can't
the
wait.
story with. I knew Chad and Caitlin better than I knew Elliot
Yeah.
coming into this pod.
Sure.
And I've really grown to love Elliot.
A lot of people do, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
because
unfortunate for
at first
Chad.
I was
I'm
like-
not one of those people.
I was like, I think
Same.
Elliot might just be a little bit weird.
Okay.
Like, I don't really know what his
can get
deal is.
weird.
But then once I started listening to him on the podcast, I was like, oh, bossy, but funny.
Yeah, definitely bossy.
Also, he has a lot of things he likes to do a specific way. Candles in the bathroom being one of them. But
Candles in the shower.
in the shower.
Yeah, it's-
He likes to
Have you
have
tried it?
Candles in the shower.
Shower
a shower
candles.
candle.
If
A
you
shower
will.
candle,
A glass
if you
in a glass canister.
will. If
Yeah.
you will.
Yeah.
My baby cousin Tamiko is here. She has some questions as well. Anyways,
First viewer of the pod.
the first
In-
viewer.
Yeah,
in
that's
the
true.
first-
This is our first live
viewer.
show.
Nicole's going to be
Also,
furious.
not a baby.
She's 30, guys. Anyways,
Younger cousin.
Younger cousin. Anyways, not a baby. Hashtag not a baby. Also, here's what happened. I am standing behind Elliot.
Oh, no.
I
Oh,
am
no.
watching him take pictures of people. I
crying
am
right now.
looking at all of these
crying.
people that I love and care for so deeply in this room of people. And Elliot farted on my person. I heard it. And I was like, oh my God. Elliot is so close to me that his fart. No, he just like farted in my general direction. But
I had
was
no
like,
idea you were
he
there.
was like 3 feet ahead of me. And I was like, I have to go tell Caitlin that Elliot just farted on me.
Oh
and
my
so
God.
in the middle of the biggest event of the year for me, I ran through the
did.
hall and was like, Caitlin, Elliot just farted on me.
And then she came back to me, and I'm working in like the sound booth, so I thought she had like a show note for me. And she like leaned over and told me. I was like, "Wait, what? What do you want me to do?" She's like, "No, Elliot just farted on me." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that is hilarious."
So good job, Elliot.
So how close were you? I had I know the moment you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, because
I was strutting around. Okay.
Let's be honest. Elliot's had some tummy issues
Yeah,
recently.
he has.
Poor
Not feeling
Elliot.
well.
Poor little
I've
baby.
been very sick all week, so I'm really
So-
pulling it
Sugar.
together for the
It
pod.
probably had some steam behind it.
It was. I would not say that it was not potent. I would say it was the opposite of that.
It was minor.
It was a
She
fart.
heard it in a room
I
full
heard
of
it in a
500
room full
people.
of-
How many were you seated?
500 people were in the room.
I was far
no,
enough away from anybody.
No, I was not seated. I was standing
Okay.
behind you.
So do you think any of your guests heard it?
Well, I was like 3 or 4 feet behind you, and there was somebody talking. So I'm pretty sure I wasn't the only one. But I feel like it's enough if you fart in my general direction.
I thought in your general direction.
I just want to clarify.
Yes, sir.
It was not intentional.
No.
Had I known you were there,
You
I w-
probably would have held it in.
I would have. In fact, I did hold it in until I thought I was free. Little did I know.
Little did you know.
Surprise, surprise.
Little did I know.
Little did you know.
There was the-
sequins.
Man,
The sequins
Elliot.
on my dress were like, wow. What's going on back here, y'all?
How embarrassing, Elliot.
Yeah,
I'm sorry
pretty
that happened
embarrassing.
to
I'm
you.
sorry that happened to you too.
It's a week of embarrassing things. Earlier this week, I was in a room working on another
Segue.
event, and we had one of our organizational leaders, somebody in the C-suite, a lady who is comfortable around senators and representatives and such, coming in, wanted to charge her cell phone. And so I was like, oh, I'll unplug my laptop. As I lean over to unplug my laptop from my wall, my pants do a little...
Oh,
And so I lean back and I go, oh, there go my pants. And
They ripped?
They ripped.
Oh, they ripped.
They ripped like
They split,
right
they
above
tore.
like the center of the backside to right under the.
did C-Suite see this?
Oh, she was right next to
How
me.
could
and I was
she
like,
not?
Whoa.
And so I was like, oh, I gotta go change it to a different outfit. They didn't last. And then Elliot was a good friend.
Yeah, so Chad asked me if I could look at it to see how it was. So I looked at it. He bent over and
Was
like,
he wearing underwear?
yeah. And
Okay.
so I said, "It's okay. You're wearing dark undergarments." And she goes, "That's enough for me. I'm leaving."
And also like
Oh, Oh, see,
Because I didn't remember where to wear. And your definition of dark undergarments is different than mine. Because when I got up to my room and realized what I was wearing, it was like not sky blue, but like bright blue.
They were.
That says something about you, Chad.
Yeah.
Oh, I
definitely.
wear skivvies. I wear like low cut men's bikini briefs.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like
Chad,
to know where my business is, where it needs to be, when it needs to be, where it's
Since
be.
you
There's a
said
time
it,
that happened right now that I'm feeling a little uncomfortable.
I need to clarify what you mean by that. It's whitey tighties.
No.
But they're colored.
There's not the elastic
I've
band.
seen
at the
People
top.
had
Chad
ones.
they look like women's underwear.
They do. They're
Bikini bottoms.
They're bikinis, yeah. When Katie and I do our laundry together, sometimes it's hard to tell who's whose.
Chad,
Chad, that is
I
not
want you
true.
to know that there's a significant amount of people that you work with listening right now.
We have
And
no
I know
shame.
that they probably are not interested.
So it was okay to put my fart on blast.
Yes.
Yeah, of course it was.
Absolutely. That's taking no one by surprise,
Yeah,
Elliot.
you blasted your fart. So
At work.
Okay.
at
I
Work.
thought I was alone.
and I also was
In
like,
a room full of 500
there
people.
were
thought I was
590
relatively
people.
alone.
I also am like very aware of my breathing right now. I'm very nervous because I've been on
Don't
enough.
worry about it, Sarah. People are just going to assume it's Elliot.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Because you know, like when you're on conference calls
Yeah.
and all of a sudden it's like, and you're like, oh my god, relax with that phone near your mouth.
Yeah.
Also, I always am afraid on conference calls that I'm in the drive-through and people can hear me.
Are you
usually
normally
on
taking
the
calls from
drive-thru?
the car?
I take a
In
lot
the
of-
drive-thru?
I do. Well, I have.
Yeah.
And so I definitely don't want to be that person that's
Sure.
like, and I'd like the fries and milkshake. So I tested a couple times. Like, hey guys, can you hear me? All right, I'd like a Route 44 unsweet tea.
I respect that greatly.
I like that move. That's a good move.
I mean, you gotta,
learning from leaders, gentlemen.
Oh, guys.
Take
Yeah.
notes.
And let me tell you, I can tell you some things.
Tell us some things.
Yes, tell us some
Tell
things.
us everything.
Impart
That's the
knowledge
point.
on us.
Yeah, that's
Whoa,
what this
this
episode
is-
is about.
We were talking earlier, Gen X to like millennial, pass it on.
Because normally we've been the advice givers, but this
Hasn't worked
episode
out so
we're,
well.
Can you
we're
ask me some
we're
questions?
advice
This is-
seekers.
You're really putting the pressure on.
Sure.
Okay.
How do you prioritize your time?
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
Do you want some- do you
I
want a softball?
I go to church.
Okay.
So that's probably, that's why I said Jesus Christ. I mean, that's like a really heavy question. I mean, you have to do what makes you happy. Like you have to follow your bliss, Candyland. That's what I say.
Oh, I like
For
that.
for the like 6 people that might be listening that don't know you,
Uh-huh.
can you just do like a little brief who you are, what you do, without saying the name of where you do it?
Because nobody knows where I work. My name is Sarah Robertson.
What's your middle name?
Sarah Ellen.
Oh,
Ellen.
Yeah, Ellen.
Hey.
My nickname in high school, Sarah Bella.
Ooh.
Yep, there's a few people at where we work that call me that.
Oh.
Some
Old school.
bullies. It sounds like some bullies.
And what else about me do you need to know? I am originally grew up in the Mojave Desert where you all just
Really?
visited.
Yeah, we were there.
Oh, in
Bullhead-
California?
Bullhead City,
Wow.
Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah. And then I lived in California, and then I moved to Arkansas. I live in Arkansas. I've been here for 11 years.
What's your favorite thing about Arkansas?
The people. I mean, it's just like really good people
makes
here.
sense.
Yeah.
It's like they're kind and loving and
Yeah.
good.
In the drive-thrus.
I mean, there's some great drive-thrus. I mean, I don't know if I could ever live in a place that doesn't have Sonic.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's like the Sonic Ice. See, you guys don't know Sonic
yeah,
Ice.
we don't really have Sonic.
We have
Yeah.
one Sonic
It's just the
in the
ice.
Boston area.
That's the thing. Like
Do they have crushed ice?
not crushed nuggets.
Yeah,
oh,
little
yeah, I
mini
like
ice.
that.
Little nuggets.
Yeah.
So my Sonic order is a Route 44 unsweet tea, extra ice plus lemon.
What's Route 44?
44 ounces,
Wow.
motherfuckers.
Ooh, that is a
Wow.
lot of tea.
It is a lot. But
That's a
if
lot
you
of
get-
anything, really.
But if you get extra ice,
Sure.
then it's like melting down.
Sure.
There's also lemon in there. But
That
yeah,
sounds pretty good.
Yeah,
It's
that does sound good.
really
so you
delicious.
go mostly for the drinks?
I go to Sonic
Or
every
the
morning.
ice, really? Oh,
Every
really?
morning.
Yeah.
It's on your way to work.
It's not. There's like a Sonic and a Starbucks, and most days it's Sonic.
Okay. Oh, I know where that is. It's over by the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Look at that. We're learning
I
Little
was-
Rock.
Yeah, I was over
Yeah.
there
You
today.
could call us the Little Rockers.
Well, I have been. This is my third
Ooh.
time.
This is my second time.
Yeah.
Chad, what time is it for you?
This is
Fourth.
at least my third, if
Third.
not my, yeah,
Third. Yeah.
third. Because I
'Cause
came.
you came once without Caitlin.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then one time he just like did the whole thing by himself. It was really good.
Well, Chad's good at that kind of thing.
Chad is good.
He's a one-man show.
Yeah.
Well,
We've been trying to
continue.
have Elliot learn a couple of things, but
Oh.
Elliot, I don't know if Elliot's a learner. I think Elliot is like, he has the knowledge in his head, and that's what he's going with.
yeah.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks, you know?
But
You're calling yourself an
Elliot,
old dog?
let me talk about a few things. Let me impart some
I
knowledge.
can't wait.
Yes.
This is
One
great.
is, can we talk about the Mallow Cup for a minute?
Sure, I would love to.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'll talk about the Mallow Cup until the day I die.
Here's the thing about the Mallow Cup. The chocolate is shit.
What?
The chocolate in a Mallow
Wait.
Cup is very similar to the chocolate on
100-gram bar.
a
you
100
told me
gram
today.
bar, which is like a little waxy.
I debate you on that. The Mallow Cup chocolate has a coconut flavor to it.
Does it have any
Little
flakes?
coconut shavings.
All right.
It's a wonderful chocolate. It's a milk chocolate base, I think.
I think.
I don't like dark chocolate. Are you a fan of dark chocolate?
I mean, I like a dark chocolate. I like. I'm
Yoga.
sorry. I've been distracted by our
The baby is going
audience.
down
Baby.
for the night.
Yeah.
We'll get you guys. There'll be pictures. So one, let's just be real clear about this to everybody. There is no YouTube.
There's no YouTube.
No, we didn't do the YouTube.
YouTube
Not this
list.
time.
So Elliot's parents, I apologize.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. They're gonna have to.
Still gonna
We'll
be
still put it
audio.
on the YouTube
Listen.
just without the video.
Yeah, because this would be quite the video. To
Yeah.
Here's
this
some
would be
highlight
right
photos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now. Like half-eaten burgers.
Yeah. I just
Trash
ate
everywhere.
a lot of hamburger.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna provide the visual content.
Okay.
Great.
Anyways, I disagree about the Mallow Cup is the bottom line.
Okay. How did you feel about the rest of our list? Because your boyfriend,
Hello.
Sore
seemed
subject.
to have terrible taste in snacks, and
Yeah.
actually a terrible definition in snacks.
Yeah.
Because we told him that the Dorito won. He said, "I don't think a Dorito is a snack.
Well-
a Dorito's a chip."
Here's the thing. Look,
That's blasphemy.
okay, you guys. He is a wonderful person.
But
He likes you to like. He came from a farm town and a farm.
they don't have
so
Doritos
who did
yet?
I?
They had Doritos, but like he's the kind of guy who's like, if you didn't work for it, it's not worth it.
Yeah, I was getting that vibe
Oh,
from the way
yeah,
he was
'cause-
defining a snack.
I'm not like agreeing with him. I think a Dorito is a snack. I think that y'all chose some old people snacks
No,
from
sorry.
someone who is significantly older than you.
When you say y'all, I think you mean Chad. You chose some old people snacks.
No, I'm Cracklin'
chose
O'Brien?
snacks- Yeah,
Chad chose that
delicious.
one.
Chad.
Cracklin' O'Brien, as a girl of substance, Cracklin' O'Brien was the Weight Watchers snack that I was allowed. So
Well, lucky you. It's so good.
it is delicious. Also, I wouldn't put it on like the snack train.
Also, I don't know how I made it on the Weight Watchers because the second ingredient's cane sugar.
Well,
And the third ingredient's corn syrup or something. I don't know. It's
Fiber.
just crazy.
high fiber. It's high
It just
fiber.
gets it out real quick.
Gets it out.
Scrubs
So-
the floor, if you will.
I mean,
Okay.
no, Cracklin' O'Brien's not a snack. And there's a lot of Little Debs.
Also, Chad.
I got a couple like
Those don't count.
brand
Debbie doesn't
allegiances. PBR, who look back earlier in the season, you'll hear about that.
now we have
McCormick seasonings. Odd, like
you
strong
talking
thing, and then
about?
apparently Little Debbie snacks. I didn't even know about. It's like the DQ episode earlier on. I didn't realize I was such a fan of the Grill and Chill.
Here, I'm
You
going
said
to
it right, Elliot.
I'm glad you said the grill and chill.
I had to focus very hard to make sure.
Elliot gets very annoyed when Chad says chill and grill.
Doesn't everybody?
Chad!
No, I get a little annoyed by it too.
Chill.
I get a little annoyed too. Also, I'm going to share something with you guys that I haven't
Oh.
shared with a person.
Oh wow,
A person.
You shared with nobody?
Nobody.
Wow.
I've never had a PBR.
Okay.
Oh, no. Well, you're not missing anything.
No.
I've had many PBRs, but I also don't really think you're missing anything.
Just saying.
Well,
It's
fuck
why
you.
Whoa,
It-
Chad.
Ooh.
Fuck
Whoa. I didn't know
It's
it was
why I'm
going
not a
there.
millennial, right? Because
I think,
Thank you.
I think
Thank you.
PBRs have become overpriced in a lot of places because it's now like hip.
Oh.
So
Narragansett is a better version of that beer.
So
Narragansett is dramatically better than PBR.
what is?
I don't think I've had
Narragansett.
such an emotional reaction on a
I don't know what that
conversation in this
word
podcast
means.
right now.
Is it a regional New England beer?
Yeah,
It
I
must
think
be.
it's from Rhode Island.
So
But it's the same-
Rolling
it's the same-
Rock was like the cheap beer I drank.
Yeah, you're in the same ballpark.
Natty Ice.
No, you're not in the same
Natty
ballpark.
tastes a little bit more like fireworks. Get a little bit
What?
closer to corn.
Oh, like
Like
that
a lot of
metallic
sulfur,
kind of
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right.
That's a
Good
real
way
good
to
song.
describe it.
Natty, you're a firework.
Natty, you're a firework. Somehow we always find a way to sing.
Yeah,
around
we
these.
do.
That's what
It's
I
been a
like
while.
about it.
Elliot hates
how
it.
we do this.
I do
Hey,
not.
so we were watching Seinfeld earlier while we were waiting for you to come over, and we were trying to like map ourselves onto the characters. And so Chad and I had kind of a hard time. We're like, it like kind of makes sense, but it kind of doesn't. But then it's like Elliot is so obviously George.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like the character was written for you. And so we were sitting here watching it, and I'm like, it was such an experience to watch Seinfeld through the lens of that's Elliot on TV.
Yeah, because you're a little bit explosive. And it's like not.
Is that a callback?
You wouldn't think that. But I feel like sometimes you're a little bit explosive.
Like in anger or in attitude, or what do you mean?
Just in like opinion.
Oh, no, I have strong opinions on almost
Yeah,
everything.
so your opinion, it's like,
Fair.
I think this thing is fact.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
have a lot of opinions on things I shouldn't.
Yeah. But we all do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you think you would be, Sarah?
On Seinfeld?
Yeah.
I mean, like Jerry's mom.
Ooh.
Like she's like kind of loud
Yeah,
and weird
I can
and
see
like
that.
wears, loud clothes as
Yeah.
I sit here in sequence.
You are sitting in
I
full
am
sequence.
in
Yeah.
full rose gold sequence right
Yeah.
now.
Made
I was
you easy to spot when we were trying to find you in the room because, like, where's the glisten? Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
good.
It
Yeah.
made our lives easier. What about Chad?
I mean, he's like a half Kramer, half Jerry.
That's what we were kind of
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah.
Half Jerry, huh?
Oh, yeah. Come on. I'm a leading man.
I mean,
Hello.
you're
That's true. That's true.
you're
But a bit of a wild card.
Julia Louis Dreyfus. What's her name?
Yeah, I'm like the
Elaine.
default Elaine.
Yeah. You're a pretty good Elaine.
Yeah.
You're not as like totally quirky. Like you. So once upon a time in a faraway kingdom,
Yeah.
we did these colors of quirky,
Yeah.
Ooh.
and so you're more of like a deep blue quirky.
Okay. What? How?
Yeah,
how
that
is
makes
the?
sense.
Yeah, what's the
I'm-
rating scale on that?
Are you
I'm
an
like
orange?
A fuchsia.
Oh.
Duh.
Duh. So fuchsia quirky is like, whoa, that's a lot of quirky coming at me.
Yeah, you're
Deep blue quirky, you're like, that's a normal person. No, it's not.
Oh.
So like, you
It's
know,
like kind of in the middle.
kind of in the middle, like relaxed and calm, and then all of a sudden you're like, she doesn't care that I'm doing leg lifts in the middle of a hotel
Right,
lobby. So.
right. What a night. What's Chad then?
No, we already said. Oh, color quirkiness.
Color quirky.
Oh yeah, you're like a green.
So is green between deep blue and fuchsia, or the other
What are
way?
the extremes? Is it like white and black? Are the
Fuchsia
extremes?
is the extreme. Fuchsia
Oh.
is on one, and then like, I would say maybe white is on the other.
Okay.
White's like
Why is
vanilla.
fuchsia
I
the
don't think
end?
you really understand how colors work.
I
but
don't.
Yeah.
Because it's like bright. Black's
Okay.
not bright. White's bright. I get it. Once I heard
This
it,
is a suspect scale.
my scale is not perfect.
Yeah.
It's-
Is this
it's-
your scale? Is this like your animal scale?
No, it's just like a weird thing that I thought. I mean, like a group. I mean, I've worked at this place for a long time with young
That's
people
fair.
that sit in rooms and say like, "How can we categorize ourselves?"
That's true.
So it's the quirky color
The
scale.
quirky colors.
All right. So what's Elliot?
Oh, Elliot's purple.
Purple.
So he's like
He's a royal
off the
color.
Richter. He's past fuchsia.
He's
Or he's
like,
on
I
his
think
way
purple's
to
right before
fuchsia.
fuchsia, right?
yeah. It's like
Purple's like
it's
a light
not
fuchsia.
deep blue.
Oh,
but
you've
it's
seen this chart before?
No, I just know colors.
Ooh.
Oh,
I've
It
seen
is colors.
colors
Good job.
before.
Excuse me.
He is a designer.
That's what we call an
Wow.
Elliot bird.
Wow, that was abrasive.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I think burns are appropriate sometimes. That
No,
was,
they are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was just
that's-
trying to tell you like he knows colors.
Yeah, like hey,
he taught
lay
me
off.
last night about colors.
He did.
Yeah, our business cards are
Oh yeah, that's right.
in a web color, not a print color.
And
Yeah, that's
Create some
that's
trouble.
more breaking news.
Also,
Nice.
breaking news: our spring merch is up now.
It is?
So yeah, head on over to the merch store and pick up your springtime tanks.
The brand new shirts. You can choose which one of us you are. Are you
Yes.
a Chad? Are you an Elliot? Are you a Caitlin? You're probably a Caitlin.
Oh yeah, I forgot that we were recording this and then releasing it in the future.
Yeah. Chad just
Gave us a
locked us
deadline.
into actually
Yeah, I'm right,
doing
doing
that.
my job. So Sarah, do you have any stories?
All right, you guys.
Stories
we-
on Sarah.
That's how we're teeing it up.
What?
Hey, do you have any stories?
How about like this?
What I also think it's funny is that we've had an arrangement change, and now Sarah is on the bed that I'm also sitting on.
Oh God.
And there is just like a general directional thing that if I did have to pass wind,
it would be
directly
literally
towards
in my face.
Sarah.
Literally in my face.
So she experienced this earlier and decides to tempt fate yet again.
Y'all, here's something I'm going to tell you for those listeners that know me and work at the place I work. I would like there not to be any HR concerns about the situation that's happening right now.
I think it's in the clear.
You help with that.
Oh,
Okay,
sure.
great.
This is by far not the worst thing that's happened between you and Elliot.
I think our HR department is listeners, so they just know.
It's true.
Long-time listeners.
The bed is just a place to sit.
That's right. Let's
To be fair, Sarah is laying down.
Let's stop saying bed. Let's just
It's
Really?
a cushiony surface.
They just got to figure out who's going to talk to
sometimes
us
people
'cause they
lay down
all
on.
got to recuse themselves.
This
because
is
they've
what
been
happens when
long-time
you've had to
listeners.
record your third episode in a row in a hotel room.
I know you guys.
Random
wait,
city.
who was the first?
Lord S.
And then we did a
Then we did a solo
Chad's
one.
Wheel of
Now
Chaos.
we're here lying on the bed with you.
Hey, we're not lying on the bed together. We're both
You're telling
using it as
truths
a
on the bed
as a
I
seated
am going to get fired.
surface.
Sarah
If they haven't
is
fired you
lying
yet,
down.
why is this going to be the straw?
Okay, so I'm going to fill y'all in real
Yeah.
quick, guys.
Yeah.
For those of you out there, my longtime friends and family, you know that there's some stories that I'm asked to tell over and over again.
Yes.
We want to spread these
Particularly by
far
the
and
three
wide.
I feel like
in
this is
this
the
room.
first time anybody's asked for the story.
They get told.
They get told in a variety of places. So I will tell you my favorite story about Arkansas.
Ooh,
So the
yes.
first time when I first moved to Little Rock, I was a little lonely. And I thought, I need to talk closer. I need to talk closer to the mic.
Stop when you're laying down.
You're good. You're good.
Leg down. I feel like I'm just breathing so much.
Don't worry. Our listeners
She
are
is on a
used to
bed, but
everybody
don't worry.
else.
It's just a place to sit.
He's going to take that out. That is... Oh, God. Y'all, I've been up for so long. Anyways, the point of my story is I had just moved to Little Rock. And I wanted to get a dog. And so I went to the Humane Society, and there was this little beagle, and I wanted a beagle so bad. And I was like, y'all, I need that beagle. And they were like, this beagle is on death row. And I'm
Death row.
death
I
row.
like how Caitlin is just
Because
chuckling
I know the story.
at the thought of a beagle on death row.
And so
I don't think I know
where
this
it's
one.
going.
you don't know the
And
story?
it ain't nowhere good.
I don't think I know the
Not
story
at this
either.
point.
So anyways, so
Oh,
I
you're in
get,
for a treat,
so they
boys.
were like, well, her name is Mama B. And I was like, not anymore. That's a horrible name for this poor dog. So I named her something different.
You want to protect her identity?
Well, no, I'll get there.
Oh, okay.
Just give me
We're on
my
a journey.
moment,
Tell her
Caitlin.
story,
Don't super
Caitlin.
timing.
Sorry.
Anyways.
This seems to be a well-crafted
Cut it out.
tale.
So I
Dogtail?
took my dog to, like, I had her for a long time, and then, well, that's kind of a lie. I had her for approximately 12 months. I took her to the vet, and they were like, dear, this dog is, they're like, how old do you think she is? And I was like, I don't know, like 5. And they were like, no, she is at least 9 and full of cancer.
Oh, no.
Oh,
And I was like, oh, cool. Well, I guess I'm a Beagle hospice now. So, see, the sadness has hit the room.
Just the bed so far.
Just the bed. So I take my dog to the to get boarded at Thanksgiving.
What does that mean?
Uh-oh.
Like to take,
Like
you know,
a kennel?
Yeah, like a kennel. Yeah.
Okay.
No, they're tied to a board.
I didn't know if it was like a way.
So
you said it had cancer. I didn't know if you were putting it down. I don't know if
Elliot's
that's
never had a dog.
not as an adult. No.
Okay. So I take her to the kennel, and I go up, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm here to get my dog." And they're like, "What's her name?" And I was like, "Beatrice." And they were like, "We don't have a dog named Beatrice."
What?
And I was like, yeah.
Fuck
I
you,
dropped
dog.
her off before Thanksgiving. She's like a little beagle. She's not a puppy and
Uh-oh.
might be old." And she's like, "Oh, no." And she goes, "Oh, beat Russ?" And I was like, hard on. She's like, oh yeah, we love beet rice. Beet rice is great. I took her to my farm and she just ran and ran. She ran after all those rabbits. I was like, you go get those rabbits, beet rice.
Beet rice.
It's like, first of all, I get that it's spelled beet rice. Nobody's name is beet rice. Her name is Beatrice. So
why did she take beet rice out of the kennel to
really
her farm?
Good question.
It seems like you paid for the dog to be boarded.
I mean,
tied to a board in that kennel.
Not tied to a board. Double-edged sword, right? Like you're like, oh, cool. My dog got to run and run after rabbits, or as this woman with 3 teeth said, was run and run. She just ran after those rabbits. She was just like, I'm gonna get those rabbits. That's hound dog. I'm just get those rabbits. I'm just get those hound dog. Get that rabbit. I was like, okay, I don't understand what you're saying. But then also like, yeah, I would like her to have been properly cared for.
That seems like a hospice dog commercial, running after rabbits on a
Yeah,
farm.
that sounds sweet.
I know. It was sweet.
And that time of year in Arkansas, that's got to be beautiful. It's like prime time
Yeah,
too.
she did.
Why are you trying to deprive beet rice of her
I
glory
know,
days?
beet rice. So the same woman at the same vet, I called and I was like, hey, she got real sick. And I took her to the doctor and I was like, hey, I know that Beatrice, like I haven't had her very long, but I just would like to say goodbye to her if I can. And she was like, girl, she's going to be fine. Don't you worry.
Oh no!
It's like, that's not how it works.
And then literally an hour later, she's like, oh, honey, I'm so sorry. We lost Beatrice.
Oh my God.
I was like,
Easy
oh,
come, easy go,
you're
huh?
really bad at your job. Anyways, that's
You
the
can't
story.
be everybody's friends forever.
I know, beet rice.
Oh, beet rice.
May she rest in pizza.
R.I.P. May she rest in pizza?
Yeah, instead of rest in peace.
Oh, is that what dogs do?
I think so. All dogs go to heaven. I know that.
Like
much
That's
for
right.
Sure.
I'd
Not
like to
a
rest
Disney
in
movie.
pizza.
Okay, so what's your second favorite thing about living in Arkansas?
Well, Beatrice. I mean, I don't know. Oh, you want me to tell another story?
Yeah.
Okay. This.
Well, I mean, it's the most appropriate, right? We're all laying in bed. It's kind of like
It's like
Yeah.
getting
So
ready to be tucked in.
like
for,
tucked in.
for those people on the podcast, there's now a third person has joined the bed. Chad is now in bed as well.
No,
That's
that is
not
a
true.
lie.
That's not
That is a
true.
lie.
Is
I'm
the only
lounging
one on
on
the
the
couch.
couch.
Yeah.
No, that is. You guys, they are lying. Full of lies. Okay.
Fact checkers, right into the pod. Let us know
This is what
who's
happens
on
when
the
we don't
bed.
put it on the YouTube.
I am the Podtern, and I'll tell you they're lying. Okay, so here's my other story. This one goes out to I don't know if has Nicole listened yet, because I was going to say listener, but I don't think she has.
I think she's touched down on it maybe once
Okay.
or twice. but-
Touchdown and bounced off pretty
yeah,
quick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But she's a
It happens.
supporter. She's a supporter for sure.
like she gives you money.
No.
There is a method by
Encouragement.
which you can give us money.
Yeah.
And there is.
Merch.
The merch store.
Yeah. Buy yourself a
Merch.
T-shirt. Buy yourself a notebook.
I thought y'all had like an
We have
angel donor.
tapestries too.
An angel.
No,
donor?
we're still trying to work on
No,
that.
we're our angel donors.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I
Oh,
first moved to Arkansas, yes. For those of you who didn't hear it,
Did Elliot just fart?
Elliot just burped.
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
the other end
did.
I
did.
grunted.
Yes. You grunted?
I grunted. I've been sick.
Oh, so he grunted gutturally, which is also a burp,
Commonly referred to as a burp.
commonly referred to as burp. But all right, next time I'll be like, I didn't burp.
Hey,
I grunted.
which
I
end
didn't
would you
fart. I
prefer?
grunted from my butt.
Which end would you prefer?
Neither. This is getting
Neither's
so
the right
bad.
answer.
I can't with this.
Okay, so here's the story. I just moved to Little Rock, and I was running an event, shocker of all shockers.
Ugh, the
And events.
life.
Hey, road life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
Killing.
boy.
So it was it was a Martin Luther King Day event at an elementary school, and there was this little boy, and we showed like the video that morning of my friend Martin,
This
which
is a good one.
was like the story of Martin Luther King. Then this little boy is like that kid that shows up, and he is a troublemaker, kind, sweet, thoughtful
Aw.
troublemaker. And I was like, you know what, mister, you get to be my special assistant today. You're just going to hang out with me. So we're in the cafeteria. He's coloring a picture of Martin Luther King. sitting across from a young man who I will not say his name, who's no longer a young man. And the little boy goes, it's Martin Luther King's birthday. And this guy goes, what? And he was like, I'm going to see the king. I'm going to meet the king. And the guy goes, Martin Luther King is dead. Didn't you watch the video? This kid instantly bursts into tears, starts hysterically crying, and goes, I am missing him. I'm like, shut up. So this
To the kid or the other guy?
No, to the other guy. So it was like a movie, y'all. So this kid's like, I'm missing him. I am missing the king today. And so as soon as that happens, the mayor walks in. And he's like, son, what is the matter? And he's like, they shot him. They shot Martin Luther the King. Oh, I'm missing him today. And the mayor's like, yes, oh yes, it really hit him. So also I'm, not like 70, like Martin Luther King had been dead a solid 30 years at this point. Anyways, so the kid's like hysterically crying. We get him calmed down. And at the end of the day, we had like this big birthday celebration and like a big
That's
cake.
just confusing to this child.
So also PS kid was in kindergarten. So, which like, why did we have that kid at this program? He's clearly young. Anyways, so we have like this big birthday cake. They bring out the birthday cake. The kid bursts into tears. They shot him.
We all grieve differently.
They shot Martin Luther the King. Oh, I am missing him. And like, not to skip a beat, his mom walks in the back of the cafetorium.
Cafetorium.
Yeah, that's what we have in
That's
rural
another word
towns.
that's new to me.
Yeah.
What?
It's a
Cafetorium?
cafeteria, auditorium,
I mean,
and
I
gym
get it.
together.
Like, I can put two and two together what it means.
First of all, it was 3 together.
Oh,
Elliot is very angry.
Cafeteria.
I'm seeing this for the first time.
auditorium.
Anyways, walks
Well,
into
I'm not on
the
that bed.
cafetorium and like literally like she opens the door and the kid's like, Mama, I am missing Martin Luther the King. So that's the story.
Wow.
I'm missing him today.
I
so
am
now
missing him too.
every Martin Luther King Day, I get a whole bunch of I am missing him texts.
Yeah, sure
That
do.
makes sense.
That's right.
Maybe you'll get a couple more next time.
Yeah, do you want to give out your phone number?
No.
So
I
we've
think
got it. We'll put it on the
most of you
Instagram.
already have it.
Most of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably, I mean, you guys have a big fan base.
Growing
Sure.
every couple days.
Yeah, just by usually 1 or 2 at a time. 1 or 2 a week,
Well,
right?
For those of
We had a
you who
big
like
week
us,
this
We
week.
did some networking.
tell a friend. For those of who
these past
don't,
few days.
tell an enemy.
we dug deep into the pockets this week.
Yeah,
And we printed out some swag.
Yeah, we had a few
That was
events
like a month
where
ago.
we knew a lot of people would be at this week. So we looked at each other. We took the opportunity and rush printed about 500 business cards that we could hand out.
I'm telling you, I love my business card.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
And
good.
you even at Sarah had a big event. We were talking about with 500 something people, and she let us put a slide up of the pod on the event slideshow.
I mean,
So I had a couple of our business cards in my pocket, and as part of my role, I was floating around Capitol Hill
I'm already embarrassed.
with senators and congresspeople with our delegations, and I went into one, and there was they first met, and they were all handing business cards back and forth.
Ooh.
Like, it was just something you do. Like, as soon as you see somebody, you just like hand the card, and my hand went to my pocket. Oh, but I pulled it back. I didn't do it.
no.
I didn't do it, but I was very close to giving a senator and I'll tell you what.
Well,
business
you were
card.
very close to giving a senator something else too. If you want to share a little bit
Oh,
about
shit.
that.
Yeah, what's that? Headwood.
Well,
Oh.
that's not that exciting.
Well,
but it's a funny story.
this is a congressperson, but still.
Same.
So as a way, so when I'm on the Hill, I have to get from the hillside or the Congress side to the Senate side quickly, back and forth all day. And you have them here, but Washington D.C. now has scooters everywhere. So I was loving the opportunity to scoot. I think we talked about scooting on a previous episode.
Lourdes said she's a semi-professional
Big scooter. Big scooter.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God! All I want to do in my life is see Lourdes Eliana Barroso de Padilla on a scooter.
Same.
But I was scooting back and forth, and I did almost run into directly Seth Moulton, the congressperson from Massachusetts.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I would have loved if they connected. Could you just see Elliot taking him out?
Well.
Elliot, you wouldn't even have looked back, though. I bet you would have zipped right by 10 miles an hour.
That
kept on going.
Well, as I tried to scoot by, and as I went by, I realized I was too close, and I just go, sorry.
Elliot's a real hot dog on those scooters.
I say that most of the time just when
yeah.
I'm walking. I walk too aggressively through most hallways, and I almost run into people. So I'm like, oh, sorry. And they're like, sorry, Chad. I'm like, that's me. I'm taking the giant steps and not looking around blind corners.
Well, you have long legs.
What a
true.
jerk, huh? Jeez.
I know.
Not Chad.
Not
This isn't
true
your
at all.
floor. You
Precious
just work here, dude.
Yeah.
Do you notice how Caitlin's glasses are fogging up?
Yeah, they are.
They're definitely. Well, she's got that mic. You guys are crazy.
Because
about
every
these
time
mics.
the mic literally goes like half an inch, Elliot locks eyes with me and then gives me like
My goal is just to twist my
glares
mustache.
at
Guys,
me.
let me tell you
Into the
something.
phone.
I'll tell you what.
I finish
Well,
these
yeah,
pods
tell
with
us
chapped
what.
lips from this damn microphone.
Well, my lips are one.
Yeah.
I'm like, how many mouths have touched this?
Just a couple.
Just a couple.
Three?
Nobody you don't know.
We can name them. We can name
Yeah,
the
I
people.
know.
Yeah.
Whatever. 2. Elliot like literally gets off the plane. I meet them. We start talking. He goes, "Save it for the pod." I was also. Let's talk about the pre-meeting we had. I had a legit business meeting
Right.
with Chad and Caitlin. Like legit business meeting. Elliot's like, if we could just do the pod stuff
But
first.
Elliot wasn't even invited.
He wasn't. Oh, I know. His feelings were a little hurt.
He was
I felt
very
bad
upset
about
he
that.
wasn't invited.
I'm sorry.
Hmm.
I just kind of like knew you might be sick, and so I didn't want to give you too much work.
I don't think that's the case.
I think it is.
I think the nature of my work is much more show up and do the work. Their work takes much more planning.
That's
You know?
That's right.
Yeah. I'm much more of a day of worker.
You are, but equally as
We're
important.
DF plus workers.
My favorite moment today is when Caitlin looked at me and was like, "There's a lot going on,"
I was like, this program is a lot.
and then who did we blame? Lourdes.
Yeah, we did.
I know.
We did.
She's just really important.
I know. If she were here, it would have been a different story.
Mm.
She probably would have been the one standing behind Elliot.
Did she tell? Oh my God! Could you imagine?
That would have
It
been
would
intentional.
That would have been great.
not have been quiet either. She would have been like, "Oh my God!"
Mm. No, she would have been like, oh my God.
Oh, did
Right.
she have a little thing?
Yeah,
for
they were
Elliot?
very flirty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that
yeah.
that wasn't part of the pod, but it
Oh,
happened
that's right, we haven't
afterwards.
talked
Well,
about
I have a
that.
huge crush on Lourdes' husband, and have had for
Mhm.
years.
Well, I heard
So-
he's a listener of the pod now. So
What?
cat's out of the bag.
Watch out, Elliot. You're in trouble now.
This has gone too far.
Ernesto-
Elliot, do you want to
Ernesto
share the
knows.
story about your how you and Lourdes sort of your love blossomed over the past couple of days?
What happened?
I
Tell
don't
the
even.
story.
It's
This is
Chad
also,
tried on your belt. So Elliot bought a new harness for himself. For,
harness.
yeah. Well, you tell it.
so I have a new camera support system, right? So normally I wear a
Nothing
shoulder.
nerdier has ever
Yeah.
come out of somebody's mouth than, I have a new camera support system.
So I use 2 cameras at a time, right? And you have to prep appropriately for it. So
Elliot, why would you have 2 cameras? Please explain.
no.
Oh, what? I'm asking you about your profession.
Well, you have 2 cameras at one time because you keep one long lens on one and one wide lens on the other, so that you're ready to go for whatever happens.
I was
Exactly.
interested. I was interested.
Nobody
Thank you.
else was, but thank you.
No, I
you're
think
showing
that
interest
out,
in my
out of
work.
our 3 digits, I think there was a handful of people who were interested.
Well, Caitlin is snoring and Sarah fell asleep.
on the bed.
What was I even talking about? Oh, so I got a
Your
new
new
camera.
harness.
I got a new camera support system. So I've
God, camera support system is never leaving my brain now.
I know.
It's the worst thing I've ever heard.
I've been having a lot of back pain. Because
Nothing to do with the lack of exercise. All about the weight of the cameras.
Here's
Too
the
much
thing.
glass.
Elliot, you are the most unique human I've ever met. Like, one, you tried to look me in the eye and say, I've been having a lot of back page.
I have.
Ooh.
And I'm sorry about that, but it was just, anyways. Okay, keep going.
So
Camera
I've been having a
support
lot of
system.
back pain. So I decided to try and take the camera's weight off my back and shoulders and onto my hips, my waist.
That don't lie, apparently.
Yeah.
They do not lie. So I got a belt system. It's like a holster system. So I kind of look like a cowboy now.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
And he said, there was a woman on the box, but I think it'll work.
Okay, keep going.
So it's sized to me, right? So I'm not the
You're a big boy?
I'm not the
Is that what
thinnest
we're
boy.
saying?
Big
Yeah.
boy. He's a big,
Big
boy.
boy.
But Chad was showing interest in my holster system.
Oh my God, this is getting so weird.
Kidding.
Chad was interested in my belt, so he tried to put it on, and it was comically
It
large.
would not have stayed
like,
up.
it went- it
would
went
have
down
slipped
to his
down to the
shoes.
floor.
You
Yeah.
could have fit 2 Chads in this belt.
I didn't realize there was that much difference between us. I mean, we're cousins, so I thought like genetically we would have been close, but no.
Yeah, I have
You're
a couple inches on you.
cousins? What?
Our moms
Yeah.
are sisters.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know that?
Did you not know this?
That's like real life?
Yeah.
Did you not know?
I had no
I
idea.
know. Isn't
Yeah.
it funny?
You guys are cousins?
Yeah,
Yes.
like
Yeah, yeah.
split off from Pennsylvania. Like my mom went that way.
First cousins?
Yes,
thought
our
everybody
moms
knew
are
that.
sisters.
What? We had
My
2 sets of cousins in here tonight.
Oh my God, we didn't even notice.
Oh, we should have.
Cousins.
No, I
Damn
feel
it.
left out. Jeez.
I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I'm learning so many new things. Okay. Your moms are sisters. Got it.
Moms are sisters.
I like that you said that twice. Like I did know what cousins were.
Well, then you clarified
I know.
first cousins.
It can be confusing because the Haney and the Richardsons.
Yeah, their dads
Some people are like, what?
could have been brother. I don't know how. it
But
would
then
work.
you see it
No, that
and
would
you're
work.
like,
The names would
genderness.
be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Traditionally.
get it now.
I get it. Okay, wow.
I don't even know what we're talking about. Anyway,
Your
Cousins.
the belt
camera
was
support
way
system.
too big for Chad.
Who is your
And then
cousin first?
who is my cousin? And
Your
then
moms are sisters.
and then what is it? At that point, did Lord S then say what she said?
Well, you got kind of like. You
Oh, I was
like,
embarrassed.
huffy about it. Yeah,
Aw.
there's a room full of people.
It was a room
Yeah.
full of people that saw how much larger
Was it at the Mediterranean
I am than
buffet?
Chad. It might have been.
It might have been. Yeah.
It might have
I
been.
love the Mediterranean.
So I was kind of
buffet.
like,
Yeah.
you know, I was
That's
kind of
good
like,
this
I was feeling a little low.
Oh.
You know, I was
Aw.
feeling a little.
Yeah.
That's not what
And then
that
Lourdes
was not my
pops in.
intent. I was interested in.
And
Lourdes
she's like-
sort of leaned over, put her arm around him,
What'd she say?
and she said, "Don't worry." What did she
I think
say?
she said,
I
I like a
little
guy
bit
with a
more
little
meat
bit
on my
of meat.
bones.
A little bit of what?
A little more meat.
Okay.
on the
all right.
bones.
So then we just kept we kept that rolling all week.
Yeah.
Wowza.
Yeah.
Sounds like an
She's
HR
really-
challenge, but
That's probably an HR challenge.
that-
I didn't see Lourdes get on the bed.
Oh my God, Caitlin, stop.
Yeah, it's only Sarah and Chad now.
Shit, gonna get fired. Oh my God, I can't even talk about it.
I'm gonna have to just take a picture of myself over here on the couch.
Yeah, Chad is
This is a
100% on the couch.
The bed is just a place to sit,
It is.
although one of the two of us is laying down.
Y'all, I'm so tired. And okay, here's the thing.
You
I-
deserve to be
It
tired.
has been. Yeah.
It's been a long day. Also, I have a cute dress on, but I could not. So this is a true story. I had too many shoes in my life. And so I went to
Girl,
donate a whole
yes.
bunch of shoes.
Yeah.
Got rid of the wrong ones.
Accidentally donated one of all of my heels.
Are you serious?
So I had to go to Walmart this morning and buy flats. So
Is that real?
When have
no,
all
that's
my
a true
heels?
story.
Oh my!
I only have like 3 or 4 like pairs of heels, and
Yeah.
they're all black. And so like I like was looking for shoes last night, and I was like, oh shit, I only have one of each heel.
So what are you gonna do with them now?
I mean, I'm gonna have to throw them
Donate
away.
the rest.
Or
Just donate them to same place. They
Oh,
might
yeah,
do
same
something.
place they might.
Well, it's
Or
not like they
just-
sold them.
Or they'd be like,
Get rid of
God
the
damn
other
it,
foot."
these are mismatched
Get rid of the
heels.
other foot.
Yeah.
That's a horrible plan, Caitlin.
just stay, and then you'll
Or
need the
chop
one.
off your leg. Whatever.
Wow.
Caitlin
There's
went,
more than one way to skin a cat. Is all I'm saying.
oh my God, there's so many horrible things you're saying.
Yeah, you can start with the
This is
back
the one
legs,
that
you
was
start with
bursting
the
out
front legs,
laughing,
you start
talking
in the
about your
middle.
cancer dog, and also
not
the child
true.
who learned that Martin Luther King has been assassinated.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Maybe my
Elliot.
stories are horrible. Elliot, you really know how to turn things down.
No.
Oh, see, his no was upwards. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Sarah, as our Podtern,
Yeah.
how has your study time been going and learning about our organization?
So here's what I do. Every week, try when I'm not super busy. I try to listen Monday evening. I live text Caitlin.
Yeah, she does.
All of like, if like, let's say you say something that's a lie about like a certain ethnic food or about
On me.
yeah, or like
That
how
was
you
me
say
glancing at Elliot.
how you say lots of words that are not the way you say words.
Bologna.
Bologna.
It's bologna.
It's mostly
not
Elliot
Bologna.
work.
No, it's not just Elliot. There was.
Thank you.
I also like. I looked up rabbits one time.
Oh, don't.
Oh, there's a whole lot to learn about rabbits,
I learned
right?
a whole bunch about rabbits.
I'll bet.
Anyways, so I like. Maybe it's just because I only have Caitlin's number in my phone, but I like to text Caitlin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Well, I think we should change that and just make it a group text.
I could do a group text.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So then I just keep texting her throughout the whole thing. But sometimes I do voice.
Yeah, I like a voice note.
Yeah. I liked it. So I never had done a voice note in my whole life
Yeah.
until I started doing it with Caitlin.
Yeah,
And then
and Laura.
Laura.
Yeah.
Laura's the best.
Yeah.
And they start like
Did not
this.
get the best advice from us, apparently.
No. She hasn't written back in for it since.
Oh, she
No.
loved it.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
she was
Whoa,
like,
whoa, whoa.
she was on board.
Tell me more.
Well,
Because
I
I'm
mean-
getting a lot of shit from these people about the advice I doled out.
Oh, well, I'm not going to go into Laura's son's personal life, but I would say that you were right on point.
I feel so validated.
Yeah, you were.
He's been vindicated.
It's unbelievable how good I feel right now.
No, you were like, yeah.
I was right
there.
on.
You're right on.
Oh, hit
Right
the
on.
target.
Yeah. Well, let's be
It's
careful.
a boner joke.
You gave him a release, I guess.
Oh, stop!
I can't keep
That's
doing
like my
this
nephew.
pod.
Yeah, you
Oh.
gotta stop. You gotta stop. Anyways, but yes, you guys need to have Laura on.
Oh, we'd love to.
Yeah.
So you'll have to ask her.
Laura, come on. She probably doesn't listen anymore, but if you're out there, Laura.
She does. No.
Oh, all right.
Y'all, here's the thing. One day I was on the phone with Laura and I was like, she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I just listened to the new podcast. She's like, bye. That fucker hung up on me. Listen to the pod. And then that's the night that she wrote in.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
how nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
We've
she's
created
getting
a
married
monster.
tomorrow.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
So she's been a little busy.
Hey,
And by those
congratulations,
falling
Laura
in real
Gabe.
time, that was 3 weeks ago.
Oh my God. I have to wait for
Is it such a mind
Yeah.
fuck? Welcome to the life end.
Oh, God.
One step in the
also,
present.
I
one
Elliot's
told
got to
you.
design new merchandise because I'd like doled it out earlier on this pod. So
Oh my God, you guys
He's-
buy the merch. Come on.
Have you bought any more?
I have
we got
not.
more babies in merch than we've got adults.
If there was a baby, I would buy some merch for the baby, but I can't be an adult woman wearing a podcast t-shirt.
What? Are you, what about me?
Your phone
My wife
is on
wears
it.
a podcast
You're
t-shirt.
on
Hey,
the-
wait until you see the next ones.
Yeah, the next ones are
All
going to be
right.
good.
Well, I mean, I just feel like that might be. I'm not a millennial, so like I can't be 40 something. You know.
Yeah. My dad bought merch.
Really?
Yeah, but then he said he had to cancel his order because it was more
Oh.
expensive than he thought it was going to be. And he's like, I'm not spending $80 on these t-shirts.
How the hell did you
So-
get up to $80?
Exactly.
Did he buy merch?
Well, I don't think
He
he's
made
been
the attempt.
reimbursed for it yet by the merch company. So technically, yes,
boy.
I'd say he's.
All right. I don't know. I do like the one with your names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would buy that.
That's been the common one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
a
think.
good one. It's a good one.
Well, we have the one with our names, but we're about to have ones with our faces.
Yeah.
So get ready for it.
Okay.
No one's going to buy that one.
No, yeah. Well, we'll see.
I
What
would buy a sticker of it.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's available.
Oh yeah, you guys, I'm gonna go to New York. That's what that says.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
You're going to New York in like 5 hours.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get on a plane in 5 hours.
Yeah.
y'all.
What a day.
I'm gonna change my clothes.
No.
I don't think
I
you
think you
should.
should wear that onto the plane.
Oh, wait,
Sequin
I thought
dress?
you were wearing pajamas at the wedding.
Oh my God, that was my nightmare. That I had pajamas. Here's a funny story about being in an elevator.
Yes.
Since you've asked, here's a.
One time, one of our colleagues got married. This wedding was epic. Late night wedding, was at like this awesome club, was like really great. So, needless to say, I got home from the wedding at like 3 a.m. and had like a 6 a.m. flight.
Yeah.
So I get, and I'm not sober, and so I get in the elevator, and there's a pilot in my elevator, and he goes, "Where are you going?" And I was like, "I gotta go home," and he's like, "Who you flying?" And I was like, Delta? He's like, what time? And I was like, 6. And he's like, see you on the plane.
Oh
And I was
my
like,
god.
oh my God, this is so weird. So I get on the plane. I sit down. The pilot's like, hello, I'm the pilot, blah, 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 blah. And to the girl I saw in the elevator, go ahead and close your eyes. You'll be home soon.
Oh,
That is great.
It was
You got to
amazing.
respect that. That's
Man.
awesome.
I love that.
I love that. Good for you, Delta.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Flying the friendly skies.
Yeah,
Well,
it was good.
we're all flying tomorrow.
We
You're
sure
flying
are.
a little earlier than we are,
Oh,
but
that's true. You guys
it's
are going
been
home.
really incredible spending some time with
It
you.
has
Thank you for
been.
having us in Little Rock.
Yes.
Incredible place to be.
Will you guys come back?
Oh,
I
we'd
mean,
love to.
you've been here
If you
3 years
want
in a
us
row,
back.
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All right.
I've been here 2 years in a row. Let's see if we can make it.
Let's do it.
All right.
Put in the formal ask like tomorrow.
Yeah.
My official request is that I get to do a pod taping with Lourdes.
Oh, believe us, that would be a dream.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll say words out loud, but there'll be lots of
No, I
laughing.
think Chad, Elliot, and I can just come in, plug the equipment in, and then you.
Yeah,
you
we'll
two
walk out.
You can just go.
We'll
at
just
it.
do shifts.
Yeah.
All right. It'd be like 6 hours long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elliot will roll in the bed.
Oh,
I mean, it's what we're used to now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, the bed.
The bed, we have to have a bed.
Trouble.
We'll do that this summer.
Don't worry.
We'll do
Sarah,
it this
nobody
summer.
listens to this.
Really?
Blame it
I'll
on
tell
the
you one person
Marriott.
who does.
Who?
And he works with you. Our friend Dan
Oh,
is
he does,
listening,
yes.
and he is going to be very disappointed in my behavior.
He's taking notes.
He's
But it's
definitely taking
It's
notes.
nothing that he hasn't seen or heard before about you.
oh,
Oh.
my
Oh.
And Elliot, for that matter.
Okay, goodbye.
Oh.
All right.
Sterling.
That's
over
it.
here.
That's the episode, huh?
Yeah, let's wrap it on up.
Hey, Sarah, thank you so much.
Thank you,
We
Sarah.
loved having you on.
Oh, thank you guys for having me. I'm sorry that I wasn't, 100%. I did have a huge event today. but
Yeah. Yeah.
I did my best.
Well, you look good. That's all that matters.
Well, thanks.
For an
I
audio
mean,
only
I think we'll
podcast.
keep it better next to Elliot on the bed.
the best dressed guest that we've had.
He's so mad at me right now. He's so
You didn't even hear
mad.
that little dig she just gave me. I don't think. She said you look great, especially next to Elliot on the bed.
Oh.
Feel like that.
one of us-
Well, I think
Yeah,
you did.
I mean, he is in
meant
athletic
that you were a
shorts. The rest
handsome
of us
couple.
are in button downs.
Oh my God.
All right, we're out of here.
Fired. I'm going to get fired.
All right, thanks everybody. Hey, Chad, you've been what?
You've been what? You've been told.
Chad, no.
You can't even throw him a softball. All right, everybody, thanks for listening. Hey, Chad, you've been what?
You've been
Told.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
3 tries.